Real Business Talk with Tom and Till.
The 10 most important questions from digital nomads are these. Now today we want to answer the last question, how do I find the first clients? Which is a substantially important thing as a digital nomad, as you need to live from something. So, I mean, we have different approaches to that. But Tom, we talked about that a lot of times, about other businesses. How would we start them, bootstrap them in previous shows here. But I think we can also just give some brainstorming on that.
So yeah, I mean, if you want me to go, I can just give like 2 ways that I go about this.
Yeah, do it.
So the first one is just a cold approach, right? Like, let's say I have an idea. I just go through, if it's I like business to business stuff more than anything. You know, I don't really like dealing with customers, like normal customers, just for a lot of reasons. And which makes it easier to sell too. So let's say I'm in New York, like I'm up with an idea, and I just go door to door, sell it. Just cold approaches, right? It's an easy thing for me to do. It's also a stupid way to do it. But it's a good start for a lot of people because there's a mind shift change that needs to happen at some point where you're like, well, okay, I came up with this idea, and who are my ideal customers, right? It's not as easy to point that out in a lot of ways. Like, who is the ideal customer for this? But as I'm getting better with it, I can pinpoint, let's say, 5 to 10 people either that I know or that I just see online or somewhere that could be those customers. And I just directly go sell to those.
Yeah, and you get the immediate feedback.
Yeah, but I also tell them, like, all right, so look, this is something new I'm starting out. Like, this is why I think it works for you. And most of them will give me some feedback. I can tailor the pitch a little bit, but at the end, I will sell someone, right? I think that's the best way, you know, get some money and then figure it out. Have them pay you to learn how to really make this happen. And then you decide, do I want to scale it or do I want to shut down the business because it's not working well? And I've done both multiple times.
I think that's really the best advice. Try to get money first, because that doesn't only give you the vital juice you need for your business and life. It also gives you validation that idea actually works. I talked about this in a talk at the 4-hour work week here in Berlin, and so for us it was the software as a service that we pre-sold before we had built it. And I think that's important, because you would not only really validate it, and you would also already make the first steps in designing what you actually need to make. So your idea, it can be that you need to refine that a bit, and these people you sell it to, they will give you feedback on it. I think that's really the most important thing. For digital nomads, do that before you travel, right? I think this is also a point, because on the road it's really hard to get through to people. Like, you normally don't call people on Skype and ask them, what do you really need, right? Normally you are in a personal interaction. Do you agree on that, Tom?
Yeah, you should have. That's why I said the figuring out what your client is and being able to tell them exactly why this will help them. And that's why I said, you know, if you don't really know what you're doing, just cold call people. Just go through and, you know, if you want to sell something and you have 100 people in front of you, one will probably buy because they feel sorry for you. And you can still make a living that way until you actually figure out how to do it the smarter way. But don't try doing it the smarter way if you don't know how to do it at all. It's just not going to work. Like, you got to put in the work. You got to go through that stupid ways of selling a lot of the times before you can get to the smarter ways of selling.
True. That also puts you out of the comfort zone, which is also important to learn, right? If you are not able to do that, it's pretty hard as a digital nomad.
If you liked what you heard, please leave us a review on iTunes.
They do matter.
Also, come and hang out with us on our website, yourownwayout.com. That's yourownwayout.com. See you soon.